Welcoming into the debate tonight on the only subject which matters is the collision course between the government and Team Anna. And we began the news hour tonight by saying that we will not, at least on this channel, involve ourselves in vague generalities when the only subject which matters is to discuss whether or not the CBI should be brought under the purview of the Lokpal. Prashant Bhushan is joining us from Palampur. Thank you very much, sir, for coming back. Nirmala Sitharaman represents the BJP perspective. I hope they are a little clearer tonight on the position they will take. We're also joined by Vineet Narayan, who's not just a senior journalist, but he was petitioner in the famous 1998 case in which Justice Verma spoke about an independent directorate of prosecution. We're also joined today by Vikas Singh, who's a former additional Solicitor General. We are joined from Patna today by Devesh Chandra Thakur, senior leader of the JDU, Jagdeep Chokar, who is the founder member of the Association of Democratic Reforms. And my first question tonight is to Keshav Rao of the Congress Party, Congress General Secretary in charge of Andhra Pradesh. What happened, Mr. Keshav Rao? What happened? Why did the government get cold feet on the key provision of giving functions of investigation to an independent Lokpal? Why did you get cold feet? You as in, why do you think the government got cold feet?
Arnab, I'm not able to hear you because there's something wrong with the audition. Yeah.
So can you hear me?
It can be slowed down. You can slow it down. It is too loud, perhaps.
Can you hear me?
There is an echo there.
Can you hear me, sir?
Now, anyhow, I have understood your question. The question is, nothing has happened. First of all, we don't even have a draft in my hand, but it is sure the Parliament has passed a draft and it will be in your hand tomorrow you talk. Now, whenever you're talking about law, please, there are luminaries, legal luminaries there. It is these, not only the spirit, the words that have to be understood. So I'm not trying to get into the nitty-gritties of what the draft has said. If you are trying to talk about the Lokpal, of which we have been talking for length, one thing I'm telling you, whatever Team Anna or the nation or the people or the civil society or so-called your civil society or what so-called your media wanted is met. Full stop. Now, if it is only CBI that has, according to the flashpoint, we would be able to answer everything that Mr. Kejriwal has just now, a few minutes back, replied to you.
Sir, Mr. Keshav Rao, it's a miraculous situation where you answered the question without hearing the question. You have obviously got your own point of view to give.
What? Because you, I have also heard you, Arnab, you said it is all foolish, then you have already decided on the subject.
No, I didn't say that.
I can as well close down
this. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. My question is...
Come out with your question now.
Thank you. My question is very specific and I want to get Prashant Bhushan next on this. You see, the press statement that has come out today from Team Anna makes a very strong allegation that in the government's own Lokpal Bill 2011, the government promised to give the Lokpal investigative powers and now they have done a U-turn on that. Prashant Bhushan, would you please explain why you feel so?
Well, it's so obvious. You see, the whole rationale for the Lokpal was that it would be an agency independent of the government which would have the authority to investigate corruption of the government. The reason for having an independent investigative body for corruption was that corruption always involves the government. On one side of corruption is always the government, and therefore a government-controlled agency investigating corruption of the government creates conflicts of interest, and they are not able to investigate independently. And that is why we had been saying that since there is already a CBI, which is the anti-corruption investigating body, but the problem with the CBI is that it is controlled by the government and therefore the government influences its investigations for its political purposes, therefore bring the CBI under the administrative and supervisory jurisdiction of an independent Lokpal. So the CBI would become the investigating arm of the Lokpal. The government did not agree with that, and in their draft bill which was presented in Parliament in August, they said that no, CBI will continue to remain with the government, but the Lokpal would be able to create its own investigative agency through which it can get corruption charges investigated. But now the government says, no, the Lokpal will not have its own independent investigative agency. The CBI will not be brought under the Lokpal.
Why?
The CBI will continue to remain under the administrative control of the Lokpal.
Why has this
and
happened?
all that of the government.
Why has this
It
happened?
has
is the
happened
question.
obviously because the government... Pardon?
The question is, why has this happened?
Obviously, it has happened because the government felt that it needs to continue to retain full control over anti-corruption investigations so that they don't get too uncomfortable.
No,
so that the Home Minister or the Prime Minister or these other ministers don't have to face independent investigations, as has been happening over the years, so that they can use the CBI, as Arvind was saying, to pressurize other political parties. When they want to get Mayawati on their side, they let the CBI
that's
after
the point,
Mayawati.
Mr. Rao.
When she comes to...
No, that's the point, Mr. Rao.
No.
Mr. Rao, 1 minute. We are putting both points in.
I understand.
No, 1 second, sir. Because, the question is, the government's own Lokpal Bill, section 12.1 says, notwithstanding anything contained in any other law for the time being in force, the Lokpal shall constitute an investigative wing for the purpose of conducting investigation of any offence alleged to have been committed by a public servant punishable under the Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. Simple question, Mr. Keshav Rao, before I open this up to debate. If this was the logic of the government 3-4 months back, no, what has happened in the last 3 months, 4 months to change it? To change the position once again? Who's changing the goalpost now?
No.
Team Anna or the government?
Let us not get into that kind of subtleties only to throw a person to the box.
No,
one question one is...
This is not
what
a
is the difference
subtlety.
now? No, please, you have read out, you have read out a particular sentence. Now, today there is what is known as a CBI agency, which is looking to the investigation. It is right under the supervision of the person who wants it to act. That is, whenever a case is given, whenever there is a case in which the Lokpal is interested, it is not interested in the land dispute of mine in Hyderabad. So it is interested in a corruption in which it will ask this CBI to help. This CBI, an autonomous and independent, whatever the strength we give, is going to report. Now there is one objection raised by Kejriwal. Now even Shashi Bhushan would say, the question is, what is superintendent? Superintendent is, you can't have jury and the judge the same. This is a simple principle of jurisprudence. You can't have the investigation, you can't have the complaint, then the investigation, then prosecute, then give a judgment, and you can't stand. So we need to have somebody who is an expert, who is well versed to investigate. Now, this investigation again, what exactly is your power? Your power is, not like Kejriwal, who has not seen perhaps the criminal law. The question is, the moment you come to know the particular investigation has gone wrong, you can still interfere. CRPC allows this.
Sir, 1 minute. So question is, let's broad base this debate. Question is this: Nirmala Sitharaman, establishing criminality and ensuring conviction depends upon the strength of the investigation. You would agree with me on that? If the investigative powers are under the influence of vested interest, because I want you to make your position clear tonight, however independent the prosecution wing, if the investigation is under the influence of, say, vested interests, does it really count for anything? In that sense, is Arvind Kejriwal right that you're reducing the proposed Lokpal to a post office?
Well, certainly the proposed Lokpal cannot reduce the CBI Lokpal to the proposed bill cannot reduce the Lokpal to a post office, and that is the reason why the BJP has been very clearly saying from the beginning that the CBI has to become independent of the government. In fact, the leader of the opposition, Rajya Sabha, Shri Arun Jaitley, has gone in to explain as to what suggestion the BJP has made in order to make the CBI independent. We stick by that. And in fact, this debate, during this debate, let it be made very plain and simple that the draft is something which we have not seen. As soon as the draft comes, we'll comment on it.
Again, you're avoiding an issue.
But the BJP's position is very clear.
Again, you're avoiding.
We want the CBI to be having separate investigative and prosecuting wing, and that it should be independent, and that the supervisory control and for any oversight, certainly it can be under the Lokpal.
No, do you want
the
1 minute?
appointment of the
No,
director
Nirmala
of CBI
Sitharaman,
will have to
don't
be
hedge the
completely
issue tonight.
independent. And
Don't
these
hedge
are
the
points
issue.
which we have made.
Don't hedge the issue tonight.
And these are points which we made, and we
No,
will.
ma'am. Ma'am,
Sorry?
don't hedge the issue tonight saying we'll look at it when the time comes, we'll cross the bridge when we come to it, and etc. etc. I am asking you tonight that the government has refused the Lokpal CBI, any control over the CBI, especially its investigative wing. Acceptable or not acceptable?
Not acceptable, and that's been made very simple and plain right from the beginning, and we are sticking to that position or not. If that is straight enough an answer for you, we want the CBI to be independent. We've explained it as to how to make it independent. There's no doubt on it. We are not hedging it. Let that be plain and simple right up front.
Prashant Bhushan wants you to be more specific. Prashant Bhushan has a question for you, Nirmala. Yes.
I think the question for the BJP is, who do you want to have administrative control over the CBI? Meaning, who should decide the postings and transfers and promotions and disciplinary matters of CBI officers? Do you want that to be decided by the government? Do you want that to be decided by the Lokpal? Or do you want that to be decided by some other agency? If so, which agency?
No, Ms. Sitharaman, I'm waiting for Ms. Sitharaman's specific reply. That question was to her.
Yes, this has been explained very clearly. We have said that the supervisory and administrative control can be under the Lokpal, but very clearly the prosecution has to be independent. And as regards the appointment of the director of CBI, we very clearly said, let the broad collegium decide on the appointment. This has been explained very clearly, and I hope that answers Prashant ji's question. And that is how far we've gone in suggesting. However, when the draft comes onto the table, the detailed discussion will take place.
No, today,
but our position has been laid very clearly.
Today the argument is very simple. Vineet Narayan, you want to come in, and you will. The question is this. The team Anna is saying we don't want the CBI to be under the thumb of the government. And if you have administrative control and investigative powers of the CBI not under the Lokpal, this Lokpal is useless. It's a post office. It's going to be under the thumb of the government. We might as well not have it at all. Vineet Narayan.
I agree with Team Anna that CBI should not be under the thumb of government, and the easy solution is to give it financial autonomy by taking away the financial management of CBI from the DOPT. It should be done from the Consolidated Fund of India, number one. Number two, in that Hawala case judgment, there is a very clear direction to Supreme Court to make CBI autonomous. Unfortunately, the enactment of CVC law was not done in the letter and spirit of the judgment during the NDA government, so much so that even a single directive which was removed earlier was brought back at that point. I think now the solution to this problem is, instead of trying new methods, new models, why don't we give powers to CVC to monitor the functioning of CBI and give CBI the autonomy to investigate? And as this bill says, that Lokpal can refer matters to CBI to investigate and get back to the Lokpal. But I don't think CBI.
No, why are you? I want to understand. No, Vineet Narayan, you want the CBI to come under the CVC, but not the CBI to come under the Lokpal. I'm trying to understand the great difference between the two there. If you have an anti-corruption body. The point is, Vineet Narayan, that today the argument is to be broadened. That you have to cut the umbilical cord of the CBI with the government. That's the argument being made. Cut the umbilical cord of the CBI with the government.
I have categorically said that when you withdraw the power of government to control its parts of CBI and give it to Consolidated Fund of India, government loses grip over CBI, number one. Number two, when CVC was being proposed at the Supreme Court, similar expectations were being raised. And the directions of the Supreme Court were very clear how to make CBI autonomous. Unfortunately, none of the political party followed the judgment in letter and spirit. So this is high time we take care of that and we ensure complete autonomy to CBI under CBC supervision.
Well, if we all
what is
agree,
wrong in that? Every 10 years you want to create a new institution. And another thing, Arnav, I want to say, repeatedly we are being told that by enacting law you can get rid of corruption. Let me tell you that it's a global study.
No, we'll go to that moot question later.
You can